What was I banging on about?
Cut. Hang on, just let the dog in. Video is not sponsored by DJI. Just like to say that. Oh my god, just excuse the dog, they're having
Let's start again in a minute.
Oh, it's fine.
You know, you cannot set up a YouTube channel without a clapperboard.
Is this?
I've been talking for half an hour to that camera.
Keep calm, carry on. That's what we do.
Welcome to the channel, and in this video we're going to talk about vlogging gear and what actual vlogging gear we use to create our videos.
We initially started off with the DJI Osmo.
Well done.
Is it?
Oh, well done.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
Excellent.
Right, I'm gonna, oh, excuse me reaching across, because obviously Mark didn't get all the equipment in hand for me ready. This is the DJI Osmo that we use, and I suppose it's equivalent as GoPro, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So the equivalent is the GoPro, but at the time we bought this, the DJI Osmo had the two screens, and obviously also it has the main screen on the back. Now GoPro has since released the new GoPro, which does have the dual screen, but that was the reason why we bought it, because at the time GoPro didn't have dual screens.
And you did your research, didn't you? Mark is the research man.
I did my research, and a lot of videos out there on the action cameras actually claimed that the DJI was a lot better than the GoPro.
More reliable.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know, because I've never had a GoPro, so, but we are more than happy with the DJI action cameras.
Never let us down, touch wood.
In fact, we're actually recording on the DJI Osmo, so we now have two of them.
Yeah. Mark bought a second lot that was on eBay as a job lot, wasn't it? With tons of stuff that came with.
So the DJI Osmo camera can also record in 4K quality. So yeah, it is a really good, easy point and shoot camera. Downsides to it?
Downsides is you can't zoom in.
No.
It's really annoying when you get to some really stunning scenery and you just can't quite get that shot that you want. That is our bugbear, isn't it, with this one?
Yeah. Absolutely, but that's it, nothing else. I'm not even sure if the GoPro, if you could even zoom in with a GoPro. They are just literally an action camera.
The anti-shake's brilliant on it.
Anti-shake, the stability with it is
the
fantastic.
what do they call it? The time
lapse.
The time lapse.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It's got lots
really,
of
really
features
good.
on it. Time lapse, hyperlapse. I'm not going to go into the full details on the camera because we could be here all day about exactly what everything does on there.
Yeah.
But it does have a lot of features, and there is a lot of videos out there on YouTube about the DJI Osmo Action camera. So yeah, if you're thinking of starting vlogging and you're looking for a particular camera and you're just looking for an action camera, I would definitely go watch some videos on the DJI Osmo. We can highly recommend it. Right, okay, so next item that we are actually, I'm going to have to say, about to start vlogging with.
Because we can't, because Mark's got to order a part.
So, personally I'm a big fan of DJI products, and what we've done here is gone out and bought this little DJI box, which is actually the DJI Microphones. They are completely cordless microphones. You get two in the box. They also come with all the little wind muffler adapters, little dead cats to go on the top. It also comes with the receiver as well, and the box is actually a charging box. So once you drop these back into the box, they actually charge up. We're just waiting to receive an adapter to connect it to the Osmo camera. As much as it does come with adapters, it doesn't come with one for the DJI Osmo camera.
So want to know if you've got the Osmo.
Because that's one thing with the action camera. Once you start to get away from the action camera, the volume starts to drop.
If you're a couple and the other one's walking ahead of it, you can't hear them, and you struggle. Then once you've got your recording done, you get back to edit it and you can't hear them.
Can't wait to get started with these.
Yeah, because Mark tends to walk ahead and leave me behind.
Yeah, I can't be waiting around for you all day.
So you can't hear him on the vlog when I ask him a question.
Yeah. Okay, the other thing we use talking to DJI is DJI again, and we use the DJI Drone. This one is the Mini 2.
Mark stresses the hell out of this.
I'll be honest, I do. It was quite an expensive piece of kit, the Mini 2. Now, we've just released the Mini 3, which is about £700 or £800, something like that. But still, we bought this second hand. This still cost me 400 quid. So when I put it up in the air, I do get a bit stressed about where it is, how far away it is, and if it's out of sight, I'm not very good at flying distance with it, am I? Don't mind going straight up in the air and round a little bit, but I certainly wouldn't be going miles away like you see on some of the YouTube videos. So yeah, good quality drone, makes massive difference to your videos, doesn't it? Because you can get some amazing shots. You wouldn't believe how different things look when you get one
from overhead,
straight up in
and the scenery. You know, if you're in a beautiful place, it's so nice to be able to just fly that drone up and just shoot your beach and everything like that, or wherever you are. It's really good. That's if you've got the nerve to fly it for long enough. So, and that comes with obviously the remote control with it, and it has got a home button on this one.
It does,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if you get panicky, you can press the home button. I think.
Like I do. So yeah, if you do get a bit panicky about your drone and you've got a little bit of distance, the DJI Mini does actually have the home button. So holding the home button, the drone will actually return back to where it actually set off and took off from.
You have to set that, don't you, before you set off?
The image quality from it is brilliant, absolutely amazing.
Slot your little phone, so you slot your iPhone or whatever phone you've got in here.
Yep.
And that's your viewing screen then, and it's really good, isn't it? You can really see clearly. Yeah, highly recommend that. I mean, I've flown it once, twice, and
they're quite easy.
They are quite easy to use because I'm rubbish with remote control things. I'd just like to say at the start of this, before I mention this product, we are not sponsored by DJI because this is another DJI product. Hilly, shush.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by DJI in any way, but if anyone from DJI is watching, you know, we'd be quite happy to be sponsored by you.
So this is the gimbal, and you can fit your phone in there. So it clips in there really securely, and these are your controls. If I switch it on, I have to put my glasses on, excuse me. Yeah, little green button comes on. And you can control the arm, the gimbal arm, by this whole stick controls everything. So you can record, you can screenshot, selfie, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, can't you?
You can.
You can change the way the portrait to landscape.
Yep.
So that all changes, and it's all from one gimbal. One thing I will say about this, I mean, it's great, but it's not that user friendly, is it? No,
I think if there's one thing that we've purchased with vlogging gear, if I could turn back the clock, I wouldn't bother with this one.
No, because you get it to one angle and then it starts to have a little mind of its own and changes, and you end up sort of moving to the camera to actually compensate for this moving. Extend it like that, so it has got a telescopic arm. One thing I will say, it's heavy.
Yeah, by the time you put a phone on the end, then you've got it extended, and we use the iPhone. It's quite a weight, and I don't really see the use to it, to be honest.
It's got a little stand for it, so you can
tripod.
Screw it onto the tripod. Which I suppose, if you're doing fixed videos, it might be all right.
Yeah, if you want to use it, just literally stood there looking at you. It will actually follow you as well.
Yeah,
in the app,
it's
so
got
if
a follow
you're
you
move
feature,
around,
which is really good, but we haven't really used it that much, have we?
No.
Actually,
No.
We've not used it on the stand. One thing I will sort of warn you about is don't go for too cheap a selfie stick, because the first one we had kept leaving a kind of a noise at the end of the vlog, or if you moved your hand with the selfie stick, it would like make a squeaking noise, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was an absolute nightmare. I don't even know if we've got it with us, have we, to actually show them?
No, but it basically didn't have like a soft grip handle, so every time you moved your hand around, the microphone and the camera really picked up the sound of your hand moving on the handle itself. So,
and if you were talking at the same time, you had to use the footage, so it was really annoying because it had this annoying squeak or noise in it. Yeah, so just be careful with the selfie sticks as well, not to get too cheap a one. Because in our motorhome when we film, and especially in the winter time, we found the light just drops down and back up and down and back up. I think it's just the light in the motorhome.
LED light.
The LED lighting, yeah, the strip lighting makes cameras go funny, doesn't it? So we bought, and this was cheap. This was like $8.99 off Amazon.
Yeah.
Your light ring, which we've got on today because the light in the kitchen's obviously a bit duller. That brings us now on to the editing equipment we use.
Right, editing equipment, yeah. Big one and can be expensive.
We use the Apple Mac.
We do, we use an iMac for our editing, don't we? and the software we use is
Final Cut Pro 10.
Final Cut Pro 10, yes, we do.
Yeah. My God, be ready for some arguments if you edit together when you first start using that, because it is mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yeah, Final Cut Pro 10 is a really in-depth piece of software. It is really, really good. It's kind of like movie quality editing software. Don't expect, if you do get it, to be able to do some really great things straight away. It's not the most user-friendly thing, is it? It really isn't. It has took us quite a long time. And when I say to learn the basics, don't even think we've quite mastered all the basics of Final Cut Pro yet. It is quite in-depth. We've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to work Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, and there's been a few rounds.
There's been a few rounds. And there'll be plenty more to come. So no, we use an iMac to do the editing. Again, we love DJI products and we love Apple products. The guy who sold it to us is an Apple engineer, so he actually upgraded the Apple Mac to the spec that we wanted. I think we paid about £700 for it. So massive saving to a £1,500 one off the shelf that comes with absolutely nothing.
And to be honest, touch wood, it hasn't let us down. Last but not least, the most important thing when you're vlogging, the most important piece of equipment is this. Certainly for when you're editing anyway.
Yeah, it tends to take the edge off wanting to kill someone.
This video forms part of a YouTube collaboration group, and we highly recommend you go and watch their videos on what vlogging equipment they use, because we will be.
Yeah, definitely.
To get some tips. So all the links for the channels will be down in the description, and yeah, we hope you enjoy watching the other collaboration videos. So for now, it's over and out.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Cheers.